Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm kind of doing like a sit down, kind of chatty video. I just kind of wanted to talk through, and I was going to answer some questions I got, which reminds me I need to get my phone, about surviving the holidays with chronic illness. If you are new here, I am Jamie, and I live with 5 chronic illnesses. I'm not going to list them all off. If you want a list of them, you need to go watch my chronic illness videos, because, yeah, it just kind of sums it up a little bit better. And today I just kind of wanted to do a short and sweet video about the holidays with chronic illness. If you live with a chronic illness, you probably understand that the holidays can be hard. Like, every day is hard to an extent when you have a chronic illness. But for me and many others, the holiday season just makes it worse. Rather, that's because of the increased risk of getting acute illnesses, or if it's just the strain that it puts on your body and the stress that it puts on your body to deal with everything else, and to have to try and function like a healthy person. And I put healthy in quotes because depending on who you are, some people don't like the term healthy. I don't like the term normal, because you don't know what normal is. Because I can walk around on my good days and I look completely healthy, completely normal. So you just don't understand. I think the hardest thing about the holidays for me is dealing with all of the family and all of the comments and all of the just BS that goes along with it. Like, I just want to sit there sometimes and go, if you don't live with this, if you don't understand this, then just shut up. I try not to, and then there are other times that I just can't hold it back, and I do that, and I have done that. And then sometimes the holidays are just hard because everybody's posting their highlight reels. Like, everybody posts their highlight reels anyway, no matter what time of year it is. But during the holidays, it seems like they get so much worse, and there's so many more. Like, everybody sharing their Christmas cards, and I have a friend who does a Christmas letter every year going on about, this one did that, and this one did that, and I graduated this, and I am now doing this, and my husband got promoted, and we just bought a house. It's like, I love you, and you are a really dear friend, but please, 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 try to refrain from posting your Christmas letters and your holiday letters and your look at what I did in 2024 crap every single day. Like, last month during November, when everybody was doing their I'm thankful for, I had a friend every day, I'm thankful for my son, I'm thankful for that he graduated kindergarten, I'm thankful for this. Like, okay, I'm glad you're thankful for something, but can we be thankful for, like, normal things? Do we have to be thankful for the fact that your son graduated kindergarten? And do we have to be thankful that you've had 19 other kids? Because sometimes that's what it feels like. Especially when it's the friends that have 4 or 5 kids and they're all within, like, a year of each other. It's like, okay, good for you. And I think that's the hardest thing for the holidays. Hardest thing about the holidays for me. It's just, I don't have a highlight reel. And if I did, my highlight reel would be I went to my primary care doctor 3 times this year instead of 10. I'm thankful that I got in to see this doctor. I've had this many tests done. Like, a highlight reel for a chronic illness person is completely different. So I think leaving it there at my little rant, I'm gonna open my phone and I'm gonna go through some chronic illness questions. Number 1 is, how do you survive the holidays? And do you have any tips? My biggest thing is to plan ahead. Plan ahead what you have to do for each, like, since Christmas is coming up, I'm going to use Christmas as an example. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm sorry, but I do. Like, plan your Christmas events ahead of time. Like, I know I'm going to have at least 3 Christmas events I'm going to have to attend. I have my grandma's on my mom's side, my my grandparents on my dad's side, and then we have our Christmas here. So I try to plan that out. And then I also know that my friend will either end up doing a white elephant party or a New Year's Eve party sometime in December, depending on what she feels like. And you never know when that's going to come up, because she tells you like a week in advance either way. And for that, like, I know that something's going to happen, and then I need to then I always try, and going along with that is I try to plan gifts. And I start my Christmas shopping in October, sometimes earlier, depending on if I can find something that I think somebody would like. And if you don't have to buy gifts, good for you. But for me, I like to plan that stuff out because sometimes it can take a while. The next tip for surviving the holidays for me is actually prioritizing myself. I try to prioritize my health, and I try to make sure, okay, I have this event this day and it starts at this time. So I need to make sure I have had my water, I've had my electrolytes, I am ready to go, and I have my medication with me. And I have a whole checklist that I go down. That's what it's kind of just what I do in my head. I try to plan things in advance for the holidays. That's how I survive it. Okay, the next one is, do you say no to events? And if so, how do you do that? Yes. I have said no. And basically, I try to explain that I have this health, I have health issues, I have a chronic illness, or in my case, multiple chronic illnesses, and that this particular season is busy for everybody, but it's especially difficult for me with a chronic illness because I have to balance my health along with everything else. And it really depends on who you're saying no to, how you say no. Because, like, my friends who understand that I'm chronically ill are a little bit more lenient than those who don't. How do you celebrate the holidays with a chronic illness? I celebrate the same way most people do without a chronic illness, except the decor is less. I sit down a lot more. I pick and choose the events and that I want to attend very cautiously. Like Sunday, I don't know what day this video is going up, but December 1st, we took Nevaeh to see Santa. So I knew that if we were going to do that, that Saturday I needed to rest and I couldn't do anything on Saturday. And I also knew that Monday I needed to rest and kind of recover from that. And I try to do that. I try to plan out a rest day before and a rest day after an event. Okay, what are your favorite chronic illness things during the holidays? And I don't know really, because it says chronic illness things during the holidays. And I think that means, like, what do you like to do? When my chronic illness is bothering me and it's around Christmas, I like to watch Christmas movies. I like to lounge around in comfy PJs and watch Christmas movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. How do you avoid getting sick during the holiday season? You don't. Sometimes I just don't think you can. For me, I'm on elderberry and I up my vitamin C. Because with my chronic illness, if I get an acute illness on top of it, my chronic illness is getting a whole lot worse. So then not only do I have to recover from the acute illness, but then I have to recover from my chronic illness being messed up or flaring. Are there certain things you avoid during the chronic or during the holiday season? Yes. I try to avoid as much stress as possible. And sometimes at certain events I have to avoid certain food. Like, there's a whole list of stuff I used to love to eat before I was chronically ill and I just can't eat it anymore. Or I have to watch how much of it I actually do eat. So more or less what I avoid during the chronic during the holiday season with my chronic illness is food, and I try to avoid stress. Like, I try to avoid stress anyway, but it seems like you get more during the holiday season. And I try to avoid dealing with negative people. And I try to avoid the people who make the nasty comments. Okay, so this is the final question on this. Oh. Hi, Rowdy. And is there any way that your chronic illness has, or what are some ways that your chronic illness has changed how you spend the holidays? The main way that my chronic illness has changed how I spend the holidays is I don't go out as much. I'm one of those people, I like to online shop, but if I can go in the store and look around, I like to look around. I like to go in and look at all the decorations, and I like to go in and look at all the stuff. And with a chronic illness, I can't do that. Because I try to avoid large crowds. Like, I don't like people anyway. I'm not a people person. I never have been. But then I especially try to avoid large crowds when I am with my chronic illness because I don't want to get sick. So it's changed how I shop. It's changed how I decorate. It's changed how much I cook, if I cook. It's pretty much changed everything. But the biggest thing is it's forced me to rest more. I can't be up running a marathon every day of December trying to buy Christmas presents and trying to cook massive meals and make all these desserts for all these events if my body is going to shut down later on the day of the event. So more or less, it just kind of forces me to rest and pace myself and kind of enjoy the slower part of the holidays. That, and I can't do the cold air anymore. Like, cold bothers me in a different way now than it did before. And people say that when you get older, it bothers you in a different way. I don't think I'm that old. I don't feel that old. Like, on my good days, I don't feel that old. On my bad days, I feel about 900. But it's like, how do I change everything I ever knew about Christmas? Like, we used to go look at Christmas lights, and there was a town around us that it was like almost like trick or treat, except you didn't get candy. You got out of your vehicle at the top of the road and walked down the subdivision and looked at lights instead of driving around the subdivision, or you would get stuck in traffic because there were so many people on that road looking at those lights. And I don't know if that subdivision still does that, but if they did now, I couldn't do it because I could not be out in the cold. I freeze within minutes. I went outside to the mailbox today, which was maybe 2-3 minutes tops, and it's 40 degrees, and I was freezing by the time I got back in the house. So yeah, mainly it's changed what I do. It's changed like outdoor activities, and then it's changed how much workload I can put on myself. So that's my chronic illness during the holidays video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not done so already, hit the red subscribe button down below. Thank you for everyone who asked questions. I think I asked it on my Instagram. I put it on YouTube, never got any, so I put it on my Instagram and got some over there. So thank you for those people. And other than that, I will see you tomorrow for my next video. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.